Hello, fellow Ender users. If you're experiencing delamination issues between layers, there's a couple things you can do to fix it. This is not all-inclusive. I'm sure some people are going to have some comments about things that they did to solve problems. I'm just going to share with you some of my experiences. So I am, I've had a few prints over a while that have delaminated, and a couple things I've done to ensure quality of prints is I've gone back and I've cleaned things. So obviously, you want to have good adhesion to the bed. So a lot of times I'm printing with the bed at 55 degrees Celsius. And so I tend to use stick glue, just regular Elmer's washable school glue. It works great. I can clean this bed, and this magnetic bed has probably had, probably 200 hours worth of printing on it. So, I'd say that's pretty good shape for how many prints it's had. And the parts I was printing, these corner connections, these are corner connections I designed for 80/20 extrusion. And I was having good prints for a while. And the idea is that you can take 3 of these 80/20 pieces and bond them, or bolt them together with socket head cap screws. And so now the problem I'm running into is I got through 5 of those, and then all of a sudden I started having delamination issues. I think I printed this part first, and then towards the end of it delaminated. And then I printed another one. I cleaned a few things. I took some shop air, blew off my filament, made sure it was clean, wiped some things down. I cleaned out my extruder, just pulled the filament and ran the cleaning tool through it. And I thought things were going to be good. It started printing, and I ran it at first. I ran a couple of test pieces, and then it failed. When I woke up the next morning, it failed. And so then I tried a few different things. I kept on getting these failed prints. It'd print a few layers that were good, but it just kept on failing. So today what I did was I pulled the silicone boot off. So you can just take this silicone boot and you can actually just literally pull it off. It snaps on. It's just a friction fit. So, and then I unscrewed the nozzle. This nozzle is fairly new, so I knew the nozzle wasn't worn out. In fact, my old extruder, the hot end, the nozzle is still in really good shape too, so I kept it, so if I need to, and of course they come with spares, but the nozzle's still in really good shape. So I pulled that apart, I cleaned it out, and then I noticed as I was cleaning things off that on this new extruder, if you can see here, look at where that the actual drive gear is. It's actually physically touching the rail here, so I'm getting friction here. And in addition to that, that spline piece is not lining up with the actual location of the filament. So it's hard to really see in here, but there is a gap. There's a gap at the base of that rod. So I'm going to loosen that, I'm going to retighten it, and then I'm going to start again. I think that's going to solve my layer issue. Now, other things that you can do, like part of the reason that I'm building an enclosure is because I want to print some more sensitive materials like ABS, TPU. I want to avoid temperature fluctuation and go from there. So check your drive gear on your extruder, and that will help. That's one thing that will help you determine what's wrong with your printer. Good luck.